back again for some Destiny Star League. Let me just turn the music down there. How's everybody doing? So, we got a round of 4 in Division 2 of the Destiny Star League Open tournament. And today we're going to be starting off with Captain Club versus Trickster. And then we're going to be jumping into Zekraim versus the Potato Lord. So a couple guys we've seen play before on this channel, and I'm sure you guys have seen in previous tournaments on the DSL channel. So without further ado, I'll let you know, the moderators in the channel plug whatever Discord server. You know, please make sure to follow and subscribe if you can. You can catch this on Trovo. You can catch this on their Twitch channel. So let's get right into game number 1. And this is going to be Trickster versus Captain Club. I'm going to do my best to not accidentally show you the screen and spoil the length of the games or the winners. We are going off replays, so we're going to be watching the round of 4. And then right after that, we'll jump on into the finals. Alright, let's start game number 1. Alright. So in the top left-hand corner, our purple Terran player, it is Captain Club. And in the bottom right-hand side, we have our orange Zerg player. This is Trickster. And guys, please do not be shy to let me know if the game volumes are too loud or too quiet, or if I'm too loud or too quiet. I haven't casted StarCraft in maybe 2 weeks, so my settings might be a little off, but I'll try to keep an active eye on it. Good to have you guys here in chat. Potato Lord, eagerly waiting for his time to shine. And this, I believe, is a best of 5. Yes, it is a best of 5. It looks like they had some sort of leg issues, but I'm sure they worked it out just fine. I haven't really said much about the game yet because Zerg is playing pretty standard 17 hatch into the gas pool, and you know, within a minute and a half we should see him take his 3rd along with that. Captain Club went for an earlier CC. You can see he's skipped this depot here, opting to get it slightly later, but unless you were being 12 pulled or something, I think you'd be okay getting away with that. This SCV's here just waiting to see what time the 3rd will go down, and presumably the Reaper is going to join that SCV there. Trickster coming in, confirming, yes, there's an expansion on the way. So nothing too sketchy going on. Then the factory goes down. Everything pretty standard for those of you not in the know. Yeah, Terran typically takes the CC, gets the factory, and then, you know, we'll start preparing a small force that it will go out to try to hinder the Zerg. Captain Club doing great with the Reaper denying the 3rd right now. Trickster did send the drone out there on time, but we'll have to wait till the Lings get some speed. He's walking the Queen over, but this is, you know, it's quite a bit of time that Captain has bought for himself here. And I think it's more of a moral win than an outright defeat, because the hatch will go down eventually. This Queen here just to proxy away that Reaper. Otherwise, Zerg is more or less on track. The third has been delayed, you know, by maybe 10 seconds, but all is well. Captain Cub is he's gonna come in for the scout here, see if there's anything peculiar going on. Typically, if you come into the Zerg's base, you see an early Baneling Nest or an early Roach Warren. It can kind of give you some foresight on what they are going for. Captain Club, he's got a couple Hellions here just in case there are any Lings trying to rush his expansion here. Got his stem on the way. Second barracks is already down, and the starport is currently being built. So it looks like it may be a 2-1-1. But we'll have to see. Trickster on the other end. Surprisingly, no real decision in what type of tech he wants to go into, or what his choice of defense, should I say, is rather. Because Captain is going to be on the way, and he's going to start poking around on these edges. Surprisingly, Trickster's Overlord getting quite a clear view of what's going on here. This stim timing is what we're going to have to watch, more likely than not. Once that completes, Captain Club is going to go for some serious damage here. These three queens just spreading creep, kind of the main brunt of the tanky defense here for the Zerg. There's a handful of speedlings here, but as the game continues, the speedlings are not going to be enough for standard defense. Double Evo Chamber going down for our Zerg player. Still yet to decide on a tech path, but I can see that it might be favorable for him just a straight tech into some Spire. So this is what we were talking about. The stem upgrade is now complete. Captain Club coming in here, he's going to try to go for the economy, obviously. But I'm not too sure what he can get done, as it is a rather small force. Typically, he'll probably just clear some creep once he realizes the amount of Lings that are here. With the queens, should be more enough for defense, but Trickster not looking at his queens right now, two immediately picked off. Captain Club checking for a fourth here, gets an Overlord as well. Two decoy Lings went out just to scout for the third. They do find it. Trickster's actual fourth is up here at the 1 o'clock position. So no real economic damage done yet, but he did take out two queens, which will slow down his creep spread. He's going to have to remake those. Another Overlord getting taken down finally here on the Pervert Pillar. Lings taking engage against Stim Marines. They can just lift off and go elsewhere. Meanwhile, in Trickster's base, he's getting +1 carapace and melee upgrades. His Baneling Nest was completed, and he has Bane speed on the way. With Ling Bane, you can get by pretty far in terms of getting to the mid-game, just defending really well with Ling Bane and having good map awareness and creep spread. So we'll have to see what Captain Club can do to try to hinder this Zerg's progress, because he is going a full econ build. He is trying to do the most with the bare minimum amount of army units right now as he gets his fourth up and running. Another little drop. I mean, it is seen. He knows what is going on here, so this is more to kind of pull away some APM from the Zerg, keep him on his feet, and more importantly, keep him on the defense, because as you can see, Captain, his third is up and saturated. He is rolling in dough, folks. Trickster kind of having a difficult time managing all these little harassments. As you can see, his mineral count is quite high right here. He does seem to be floating a bit. Terran prepping up for yet another push here. Zerg is also amassing a force. I mean, the key here is the Banelings to connect. with these bioforces here, and more importantly, to be there at the right time to be able to fight them. Terran's advantage here is his maneuverability to drop and attack at unexpected locations, but we'll see how the Zerg reacts. There are Widow Mines here. An unfortunate Widow Mine connect can completely crush all the Banelings and all the Lings that this guy has. So we'll have to see. If Trickster has a pretty nice defense here, he may be able to get by. He goes for a little cheeky Ling run by, but it is not enough. His fort does go down, and that is difficult to deal with, absolutely. Bunch of Widow Mines here also doing tons of damage. I don't know what to tell you. I think Captain has finally started to whittle down Trickster. Taking the fourth is actually a huge blow to the Zerg economy, because at this rate, the main will be mined out soon, and Zerg needs to stay one base ahead of the Terran. As you can see, even from the supply, the Terran more or less unbothered at home. He's been mostly using his army units to trade efficiently, and the Zerg is paying for it twofold almost. I'm sorry, did I say twofold? I meant three. Good spread on the Banelings. The mines didn't just immediately destroy all the Banelings, so he did roll them in from different angles. So he is working to kind of take fights more efficiently. I think that's the issue that's been going on so far. He's been kind of just losing tons of army to more systematically set up at Terran attacks. Oh, and Captain spots the new fourth. You know what he's going to do. Captain's got one job. He's the hatch killer. This guy's Hatch Hunter 4000 here. And he doesn't even care about anything else going on. He knows, oh, a new base? Alright. Get the old extermination squad in here. I'll jump back to Captain's base just to show you what kind of tech he's working with. He's got quite a lot of production here. He's got a healthy economy. His third is oversaturated. His fourth is already down. And Zerg is, at this point, trying to stay alive in this game, as Terran is just showing quite a domination scenario. And Zerg's going to do what Zerg can do. He's going to roll in, try to get some connects, but there are a bunch of Widow Mines here. This little group does get taken out. And he's just, this is the issue here. Trickster's going to continuously keep making Banelings, and there's a timer for that. So if Terran hits a sweet spot where there's no Banelings more, he can just push in here and take this new fourth out. Really good spread by Captain Club. Zerg is still holding on. He's got even upgrades with the Terran player, but does he have the economy to keep making these armies that just don't really trade too efficiently when the spread and control is this good? And just, like, look at that spread. Terran just taking his time, microing small chunks of units back. The Banelings do connect, but only with Marauders. I think this might be that sweet spot I was talking about, guys. There's just nothing here really remaining for Zerg. If he gets really good connects, he may be able to push this back, but for Captain Club to make an error like that at this point, I think he would have really had to be looking away, and I think he's totally focused on this fight for now. Trickster's boys have to abandon the fourth yet again. Trickster being reduced to 3 base economy, which isn't really much at this point in the game. And you can see Captain Club on his way to maxing out, as Trickster is almost at half supply. And we'll get the GG. Well done. Well done. That was interesting to see, because Trickster had really delayed all his tech to get that economy going. But Terran was just chugging along. I can't actually decipher if Trickster had just made an error in his defense or if Captain was macroing better. But I'm going to try to focus on that for the next game. We'll try to tune in on that. So let's hop right into game number 2. Hopefully you guys can't see too much here. Shit, you guys might have been able to see too much there. I'll have to be quicker. So game number 2 is going to be on Jugnnatha. I like this map. It's a pretty interesting map. It's got some really cheeky corners that Terran can abuse and little platforms that they can sit on with siege tanks. So let's see what Captain goes for in this game. Alright, in the bottom left-hand side, we have our purple Terran player. This is Captain Club. Alright, and in the top right-hand side, we have our orange Zerg player. It is Trickster. Trickster probably kicking himself a bit in that last game. Oh, okay, so they had a pause, but as we're just going through the replay, we're good, no issues. But yeah, he was probably kicking himself quite a bit because he couldn't really get the tech up in time that he needed to be able to counter the aggression that Terran was putting on him. And he did well for the most part, but again, guys, it's a very fine juggling act of getting the Lings in time to produce the Banelings to be able to kind of thwart that kind of constant aggression. Like, Captain was just putting his foot on the neck once he got the ball rolling, and it was non-stop. So I think Trickster, he may go for a slightly different build. Basically, after he took his third, he had kind of delayed any teching for a little too long, in my opinion. And the Lingbane are quite decent at dealing with bio, but once the Widow Mines get involved, they really start to lose their value. Alright. Captain just, again, very similar to last game, delaying this third as long as possible, even putting a supply depot down. And that will do the job. Back home, everything pretty much is exactly the same as last game. Supply depot, barracks, command center into second. The supply depot is taking the second refinery already, so we will see most likely a same opener from Captain. So I think nothing cheesy, no cheese, no weird proxies on the way. But as I say that, I see Captain over here. Reaper just poking and prodding at the front here. Not too sure if he has gone into the base yet, actually. Let me just check. He may have jumped up. He may have just jumped in. But otherwise, the Reaper's just doing Reaper things. He did not get out in time to go kind of delay the third further. But I assume that was because he made these two Marines here. Captain, it looks like he's poised to take his third. I mean, this is very, very aggressive expansions that Captain is taking. He's more or less, his train of thought is banking on his aggression to keep the Zerg back home and at base while he expands. And really, his economy was flourishing last game, so you have to admit that the plan more or less worked. And I mean, we mentioned Trickster had a hand to play in his downfall as well, kind of just late tech, but the Terran did not make many mistakes in his plan. Overlord coming in here to scout, will not see anything too out of the norm, but he is doing what he was meant to do. He's lived his purpose out. Stem on the way, medevac on the way. Early armory has been made. You know, that might have been something I may have missed last game. I don't know if he had this armory out earlier, but if he did, it's something we wouldn't notice. But the Zerg would see 0 Widow Mines after they go off. And it is the most frustrating thing. The moment you forget that the Widow Mines are cloaked, that's when they hate it. And you're like, oh, there's still Widow Mines right in my base. Now Captain, although he got the armory, I don't think, obviously this time there for Widow Mines. This is going to be a little Hellbat push. And when I say little, I mean this might just outright be devastating, because Trickster, again, really late on his tech choices. The Bane Nest is on the way, but... Is this slow Lings? Oh no, Trickster forgot Ling speed. Guys, I didn't even notice. Trickster forgot Ling speed. This is a disaster. There is 0 Ling speed. The Baneling Nest is just about to finish. So is the Ling speed. And Trickster, I don't know if he was just cutting corners or if he truly made a mistake. Yeah, he's gonna GG here. I think that's what all the oh my gods and oh shits were about in the middle of the game, because he was like, oh shit, oh my god, and I didn't get it, but I just assumed he had the Ling speed on the way. Interesting second game. Poor Trickster. It is not his day. It is not his day. These are not groundbreaking developments in the things he's doing, but that slip up, definitely a little bit of, like, he's in his own head to make a mistake. If that was a mistake, if that was part of his build order, then he got countered. Then he got countered really hard. So jumping into game number 3. Oh, let's jump into the game. In the top right-hand corner, we have our purple Terran player, Captain Club, currently up 2-0, gunning for the 3rd match point to push him into the finals. Trickster, Orange Zerg player, not feeling too hot today, but he is doing well regardless. I think he's getting into some very unfortunate series of events, but beyond that, Trickster is a solid Zerg player. I've seen him do very well in other matches in this tournament. Now I have to bring your attention to here, to these 2 little dirty cholos. There's no barracks in the main. We have 2 SCVs headed out to the bottom right hand side. Guys, I don't think Trickster would ever find this. Even if he had sent his Overlord all the way to the right hand side, it would have taken a while. So this is very interesting. Captain Club just going for 2 barracks for now. I assume he's putting down 3, if not 4, as he is yet to take any gas. But I believe this might be a 3 racks play. It is the fact that he's not making anything here, no SCVs, no nothing. I think he's not going for, you know, a 2 racks and then you lift and then you continue to expand. Yeah, and even the 3rd supply depot going here. Yeah, all his supply is going to be Marines for the next 2 minutes. So Captain Club, and again, this Captain might just be going for a very decisive build, leaving this SCV so the Overlord can just, oh, it's an SCV out here. Weird. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. It's kind of stupid. You just have an SCV here. He could be mining. Captain Club starting to amass that group of Marines, which may eventually just kill Trickster. The SCV does come to kind of fake the scout. It'd be suspicious if it did not, after denying a 3rd. Oh my god, Trickster. GG's. Wow. Wow. What? Oh my. Okay. that caught me a little off guard because I think Trickster could have played a little bit more of that game. Maybe he would have still lost, but I didn't think that he would just... again, we talked about how last game he was in his own head, made a mistake, critical mistake too. I don't know if it would have saved him, but it would have helped to have Ling speed. And I think that last game really just like kind of put the nail in the coffin for Trickster. So shout out to Trickster. Hopefully we'll see you in the next series of matches we have, in the next tournament we have. Today was not his day. He was just looking off form. So we'll head on into Zekraim versus the Potato Lord match up. And the winner of this will go on into the finals. So game number 1, Submarine LE. It's a ZVZ, sorry, I should mention that. So if anybody want to, go for a walk, go take care of some errands, some chores, it's a ZVZ. I'll fill in what happened when you're back, and then we can watch the finals together. All right, let's hop right into game number 1. Alright, in the bottom left hand side we have, or sorry, the bottom right hand side, what am I saying? It's Zekraim, our red Zerg player. Sorry, words are not working right now. In the top left hand corner we have the Potato Lord, our yellow Zerg player. That was much easier. I don't know what threw me off about Zekraim. Maybe it's because I felt like I just cast like an evil spell when I said his name. Zekraim! What is going on here? Oh, okay, alright, whatever. So this is ZVZ, so it's obviously going to be cheese versus economic build. And Potato Lord, I mean, I don't know if this is the best play in the world, but this might do the trick. It all depends on how Zekraim responds to this. He's playing exactly standard Zerg. 17 hatch into... Oh, never mind. Our friend Zekraim right now has made 2 extra drones, delaying his spawning pool and also taking a larva away from his resources. He's got 1 boy in the gas, and Potato Lord has speed on the way with Lings out, and it's a matter of time now. Like, I don't think he saw that. I don't think he saw that. Let's look at the Zekraim cam for the suspense. Oh no! Oh, there's Lings on the way. I need spines. I need 4 spines. I need 5 spines. Zekraim realizing his numbers are off. He's like, wait, why can't I make Lings yet? Well, Zekraim, my friend, you have made 2 extra drones, and you're gonna pay the ultimate price of losing your base. So everything is all fine and dandy right now. I think Zekraim has the best chance right now to fight this, because as Ling speed will finish, the reinforcements will flood in. Zekraim just started his own Ling speed, so this is quite delayed. I don't know how long he can defend for. His queen is out now. Like, I'm 80. Oh my god, I didn't even see him make it's over. Potato Lord made Banelings. What a gem. Oh, the Bane. Oh my goodness. Potato Lord with a very decisive 14 pool into Banelings. I mean, he's not out, Zechariah is not out of the game, but he has sustained quite a bit of damage. Now the question is, how many Banelings do you need to just kill everything here? I think 7 or 8 would be good, just to like make absolutely sure that everything is gonna die. All right, let's open up the player cams. We've been watching Zechariah for the whole time. Potato Lord, yeah, he has expanded. He knows that he may not be able to immediately kill us off, especially with the Roach Warren and all these spines. But again, you could bum rush it with Lings, but I do like the economic foresight. He knows that he may need to play this game for a bit longer, which is fine. At this point, his main focus really is to deny Zechariah from getting an expansion and keep him on that one base economy. Link's trying to do what they can as these spine crawlers move up slowly, but there's just no Lings. I mean, he could just go. He could just go. But Potato Lord, again, does not want to lose. Does not want to lose this first game. He's working to saturate his base. It is taking a little bit longer, obviously, because of the aggression, the amount of units he made. A 5-minute second base. Needless to say, Zechariah is quite a bit behind, losing his natural early in the game. He has a handful of units, but even this can't really defend a base. Good snipe on the Bane. Potato Lord has his own roaches on the way, and I think with a bit of pressure and not too much elbow grease, he can win this. It is more or less kind of in the bag. He's got his own third down. That's the only reason his army isn't as big as you would expect. Now I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm guessing this game is gonna end at, let's see, he's got his third, he's saturating and droning with defense. Like 10 minutes, like 10:50. This game is gonna end. Both players like super slow economic start because of all the shit that went down in the beginning. So their economy is basically getting up off the ground now as they start to drone up. But basically the first guy to lose his army will be dead. I don't think there's going to be like multiple army fights. I think it'll be a one and done. That queen is super dead. Unfortunate. Potato Lord playing quite defensively on another roach. Or sorry, a Ravager gets picked off for free. And at this point, Zechariah has overextended just because Potato Lord can reinforce much more efficiently and with a larger force. Zechariah got his 3 spine crawlers, but he's most likely going to lose a few more roaches on the way home. He is just spamming the R button, but so is Potato Lord, and we talked about Potato Lord will spam more R buttons than our friend Zechariah, to keep it very simple for you guys, because he's on 3 base with more workers. Yeah, it's not ideal to fight into this, but you do need to keep the aggression. Roach speed almost done for Zechariah along with the +1 attack. And I can't say the same for Potato Lord, so Zechariah might be able to actually take a solid fight here. It all really depends if Potato Lord identifies that he is behind an upgrade now. Because in the macro, it will make a difference. In the in the macro numbers of the fight, in the overall Roach DPS. Along with this concave, I don't think Potato Lord has the best. This is good. He's picking off free units. This is the priority target right here. Not the fully defended natural is later. You can get that later. But the pressure here, this is going to be monumental. Zekaraim kind of pulling back. He knows he doesn't have the numbers. He does have the upgrade advantage. That is painful. If you can't secure your third, you will eventually just lose the overall economic game. He's doing well to keep his upgrades up. This right here, our friend Potato Lord, I think, has forgotten about for a second. He does have it up, but not any. It seems like the rush to lurkers is the priority, which I respect, because it will in the end game win you it. But Zekaraim, ooh, another deny on the third. Potato Lord doing well to keep this pressure up. Zekaraim trying to do his best, but the numbers, guys. The numbers. The supply. Guys, you just, yeah. The economic difference, the larva counts. The upgrade was nice, but it wouldn't pay off if the numbers weren't close. Oh, I don't want to spoil that for you. It does go to 5 though, so I kind of spoiled it for you. All right, game number 2. This is gonna be on Jugnatha LE. A fun map. Let's hop right in there. Ora. Oh, DexRay17, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, man. Alright. In the top right-hand side, okay, got my bearings correct this time. It is Zekaraim, our red Zerg player, who currently just took a beating. Oh, give the wrong guy the point. By some just pretty strong pressure from Potato Lord, who's down here in the bottom left-hand side. Potato Lord went for a very strong 14 pool into Bane Bust build. Unfortunately, he couldn't outright kill Zekaraim, but it did cripple him long enough for Potato Lord to take quite a lead, eventually having a base advantage, and just a ridiculous army count. What is... Okay, I was gonna say, where is that guy going? This time, Potato Lord opting for an economic build. Whereas our friend Zekaraim has kind of gone for... It seems like a variation on the Scarlet build. It might be the Scarlet build exactly. You go 14 pool, 13 gas, and then you have 2 on gas until you can put a hatch down. At which point you should put your third on gas if you want the speed earlier. So it's a slight switch up. I usually get a third guy on this gas if I'm doing this rush. Now, the play here is to pretend you're doing a normal expansion. If you can see the timings on this, look at the health on that. Very, very similar to the health on this, but these are not the same builds. They are just meant to look alike. As this Overlord comes across for Potato, you don't want to show him links. If you show him links, he knows it's an early pool. So you want to hide everything in your base, pretend, oh yeah, look, I'm just expanding, honorable. And Potato Lord, none the wiser, he's just, oh, interesting. Even the Queen out on time to kind of proxy this guy away, to zone him away, tell him, get out of here. And he even brought 2 fake drones down here just to make it seem like, oh, yep, we're just droning up here. Nothing weird going on, but if you look at the worker count, it's still at 12. No more workers were made since for like a minute and a half. I think Potato Lord may be falling for that trap. He's got quite a handful of drones for himself. And let's just look at the ling count. It's going to be 16 lings to none, 20 lings to none. I think he's going to get 24 and he's going to move out. It's pretty risky what Zekraim has gone for, because if Potato Lord just built a Baneling Nest earlier, just out of fear of something like this, he would win. He would win. He would win the whole engage because the window was gone. Zekraim typically should have attacked maybe 45 seconds ago, but because there's no Bane Nest and there's absolutely no defense here, we are gonna get probably a GG here. There's just way too many lings to be able to deal with. So Zekraim, we're gonna give him the Oscars for the most fake economic looking Scarlet build. Even waiting the extra minute, I don't know if that was on purpose, but it worked out for him because Potato Lord went for his third. When you die because of supply blocks? No, not this time, Potato Lord. Not this time. Supply block definitely was not a good thing. Supply block was definitely not a good thing. But I think that time is more about when you scout that you're being cheesed. I do that. That's my regular ZVZ ladder build because I hate playing ZVZ. I'll do that all day on ladder. If you see me on ladder and we're playing ZVZ, you know what I'm going to go. Good luck. It doesn't even matter if you know what I'm going to go. Maybe I'll switch it up. Maybe I'll send drones. Who knows? You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know my life. All right, game 3. Game 3? Game 3. In the top left-hand side, we have our red Zerg player, Zekraim, currently who has tied it up in the series. Potato Lord, our yellow Zerg player, on the bottom right-hand side, kind of got blindsided last game. He went for a very, very economic build. Didn't have lings out even for the defense. I think that might have been attributed to the supply block. But Zekraim, basically, it was the best case scenario for Zekraim. Potato had 3 bases down, lots of drones, and no lings on paper. I'm just waiting to see if anybody's cheesing, and I don't think so. I think yeah. They're just both going 17 hatch. Something weird was going on, but Zekraim, I think he just made a drone late or something. Yeah, 17 hatch into gas, into pool. You make a drone in there too. Then you get to 20 supply. You make an overlord. Yeah, these guys are they're just gonna do a honorable game. This is what last game was pretending to be. Zekraim was pretending last game that he's going honorable, but this game I think he's actually going honorable, as both players are doing nearly identical builds. Okay, Potato remembered his overlord. Zekraim, Zekraim's just like, he's floating a lot of money for this, and that's because the overlord was, you could have made it a little earlier. I'm just nitpicking. Both players are doing fine. It's like looking at two sides of a coin. It's the same coin though. It's two-sided. I don't know what to tell you guys. Potato Lord is making 2 lings, which is appropriate. Zekraim already had made 2. Eventually you'll want 4 and maybe more. Depends what these guys go into. You can see Potato Lord still mining a little bit of gas here. Zekaraim mining twice as much. And rightfully so, Zekaraim will get his Baneling Nest up first. I think that's just because the gas timings. Potato Lord has enough now, so his should be going down. Oh, okay. So Potato Lord actually he's doing the same build with a little spice on it. He's gonna get a +1 attack upgrade, which should be good. Zekaraim doesn't seem to be notioning that he's going for a huge attack anytime soon. So the Bane Nest is more for protective services. You know what I mean? Like if he knows an attack is coming, he'll make a bunch of lings. He'll have a couple banelings. But what does he have right now? Because there's lings on the way. 14 about to pop out, but they're not going to be here in time. These lings are going to start jumping on some of these workers here. Picks off a couple workers, gets in the main, does a full scout. He knows exactly where Zekaraim's at. I think he even saw the Bane Nest, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he did. So third is down. Did he spot the third? He did. His third is also up. So these guys are almost neck and neck. But Zekaraim has his Roach worn down earlier, whereas actually Potato Lord has gone for +1 ranged attack, not melee as I originally thought he was going to go for. So these are the defensive Banes I was talking about. He's got a couple Banes here that totally negate these guys if they A-moved. These guys are in a race, guys. They're racing neck and neck. We will see Potato Lord have a upgrade advantage, but at this point, Zekaraim's already starting to amass roaches. So we might end up in that funny situation where, yes, the upgrades are nice, but when you have half the army supply in roaches, it doesn't really amount to much. Overlord getting eliminated here. Lair is on the way. Bold Zekaraim's just finished. He got his up a little earlier. Ooh. Okay, Potato Lord's Roach Warren is just going down. I honestly thought he had put it down a little bit earlier, but that is pretty big. He's going to be getting up his Roach count way later than Zekaraim, and you can already start to see that in the supply difference here, as roaches are pretty supply heavy in this early game. Little Ling Force comes here, trying to be cheeky. They're not gonna get too much done. We'll get the scout things here and there. But this is good. This is also confirming that the army is not on the move to kill you. That would be pretty scary in Potato's shoes right now, but his +2 attack is on the way. He's got a Hydralisk Den just being built now. But I am slightly concerned that if he stays this thin on army, he could be taken advantage of pretty much as soon as Zekaraim comes in scouts and sees that there's nothing. He could pull the trigger, right? Yeah, I think he has enough resources here, enough supply, economy, and initial army to be able to push. So here's that scout. And I think this is the moment where you're going to see Zekaraim either take his army and start doing some damage, or maybe he's just going to decide to tech up further. He's got his own Hydralisk range on the way. Oh, it looks like they paused, and here we go. Lurker Den is the play. And I think that is a very strong play, but it's going to be weird when both players go into Lurkers. Or I hope both players go into Lurkers, because if Potato doesn't go into Lurkers, he's gonna lose. You absolutely need, like, if you're going this route of Roach into Hydra, you need something to contend with the lurkers. Okay, looks like they had another pause. Maybe Potato is getting some kind of lag. Potato with quite a few Hydras out already. But I'm looking to see. Honestly, I don't think there's a lurker den here for him. He does have his +2 carapace about to finish shortly. Infestation Pit on the way for Zekreem. I'm curious what route he's going to go for. Maybe he's just going to hold off on lurkers until he gets the full hive tech, which is clever, especially if you are not behind in tech, so to speak, right? Like, both players have opened their tech up to this point, and you don't need to commit into the lurkers until they're needed. Right now, both these guys could go into a fight and most likely trade not completely evenly, as Potato has way more upgrades, but within a minute they will be even. Within a minute they will be even, and I think Zekreem is banking on that timing for when those upgrades finish. These two queens are probably super dead. And I think he's just got to hold out until the upgrades finish. He has a bunch of avenues he could attack from. This place is completely wide open, guys. He can definitely poke in here, try to take a fight. Wherever he can get the best concave, Zekreem has a solid shot at taking this. As both players start to creep into maxing out supply, Potato Lord actually supply blocked right now. I think his Overlord got sniped. That might be an issue if a fight breaks out right here. But Zekreem playing safe, goes back, takes his 5th, takes his 6th. I respect that. I respect that. When you go for the economy play, I mean, it's not like he has all the information we have. He doesn't know what Potato Lord has teched into. But here comes Potato Lord furiously attacking this. Not even a cancel on that. That was a free 300 minerals. But I guess these guys got so much money, it does not matter. Here comes Potato Lord. The Hydra's doing huge damage here, but the lurkers are here for defense. And again, I don't think Potato Lord can move in here until he has something to contend with these lurkers. Oh, a couple lurkers getting taken out for free here. It looks like Zekreem split his forces. And he's scrambling a bit. Oh no, he completely pulled back from his 4th. He's gonna have to give up this location now. Ooh, this is a huge win for Potato Lord. He has the absolute winning concave. And the lurker positioning behind as well. He's for sure getting the base. And if Zekreem overextends, he could lose his army. Potato Lord just has to move back. He hasn't taken his own expansion yet, but that's fine because he is ahead of base now. This base is not doing anything, it's not mining anything, but Potato Lord has fully saturated bases, taken no damage so far. Oh my god, it's a kind of a tunnel you have to funnel into to get down here to defend this, and the lurkers are just so well placed that you will die if you try to go down there. So Potato Lord sniping another base, and to be honest, I don't think he has any other responsibilities besides going here and taking these out as well. He is so far ahead right now. Viper's doing what they can to yank lurkers. Kind of like how siege tanks get yanked, but it's a little late right now. The damage has been done. Zekaraim, although looks decent in his economy and the worker count isn't too bad. Oh man, just not having that larva count is going to put him at such a deficit in terms of the army sizes. It is definitely going to be over. It is more or less over for him unless he gets some godlike damage done, which I don't think he'll be able to do. This, even this little cheeky harass, it's just to keep him back, get more damage done, get anything done as Potato Lord. Look at him, he's amassing a new army here. He's not worried. He's got Vipers, he's got Lurkers. He's ready. He's ready if Zekaraim goes for an all-in here, which he most likely will have to do because Potato Lord is filthy rich. He's going to be in for some trouble. Both players yet to tech into 3-3 upgrades, but I don't think we're going to see that this game. Blinding Clouds go down on the Hydras. That's pretty good. Lurkers do an insane amount of damage here. Zekaraim's army just gets completely cleaned up. And again, guys, he just doesn't have the bank to be able to remake that. Potato Lord, I have 69 workers. You get the MVP of this match series early, might I add, for having 69 workers. MVP of the entire day, the MVP of the tournament for 69 workers. Alright, I don't want to waste time because we got a long finals ahead of us. So, what is this? Game 4. Game 4. Let's go. Let's go. It's a ZVZ. In the bottom left hand side, we have our red Zerg player, Zekaraim. Dun, dun, dun. And in the top right hand side, the master of all things starch related, it's the Potato Lord. Currently up. Right, guys? So we confirm. Currently up 2-1. I gotta keep track of that. Potato Lord. Okay, my build is an absolute mess. Potato Lord is putting up a false sense of security for Zekaraim. An old play, but a valid one for sure. I want to point out that Potato Lord is just sitting here. Do I keep casting this? Oh, we got some. I'm just gonna watch, guys. There's some drama here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm blown away right now. I don't know what's I don't know. This was unprecedented. I am surprised what is going on. Okay, so Potato Lord, I see you in chat. I'm just going to ask for the continuity of this dramatic series. Is it 2-2 after that little debacle there, that little exchange? Is it 2-2 now? Did this count? Is this a victory? Because I feel like it I feel like it counted. All right, let's just. Well, that is unfortunate for you, I would imagine. We need a referee. These games have already been completed, so we're watching replays after the fact because of scheduling and whatnot. So the players went through their brackets already. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, StarCraft simp. It's if I was there live, I would have been like, you want me to weigh in on this? From what I saw, there was a clear indecisiveness on whether it should be a restart or not. Typically, it's just like immediately like, yo, like fucking whatever, mouse not working, keyboard's not working, my monitor blew up, I spilled juice everywhere, whatever. It should be like immediate, ask for a restart. If opponent accepts, it's valid. I mean, if there's refs involved, they should be like, oh yeah, like his keyboard wasn't working or whatever. I didn't see the reason. I just saw you guys chat about it. But since it's been taken care of already, I'm not gonna waste any more time on that. Game number 5. Game number 5. And then we'll get into the finals, boys. Sorry, I can't really weigh in on that. I think it's more for the organizers to, like, if there's somebody that needs to be talked to about that, it would be the organizers. But as of now, I believe we just continue. Alright. In the top right hand corner, we have Zekrim. And we're not gonna bully Zekrim. Hey, like, if your opponent made a mistake and it wasn't, you know, a technical difficulty, then you can't be like, I messed up my build, you want to restart. That's typically not how it goes in a professional tournament. And that's all I'll say about that. Potato Lord on the bottom left-hand side. Our poor friend, I do feel for him, as obviously things did not go well last game. So Zekrim, he's going for cheese. He's going actually for the... Wait, let me see. Let me see here. This is going to be an even slower Scarlet build. And I think Potato Lord should be weary in this matchup. Absolutely, of all the matches in this series, this was the one he should be like, I better not die to something stupid. I'm just making jokes. It's not stupid. This is a very hard build to survive unless you have the exact right things. Potato Lord, I fear for him. If he shows even an ounce of greed in this game, Zekrim has no greed. Zekrim is just going to hold Z for a little while. And that's all he's going to do, I think. I imagine a Bane Nest is going to be made because these guys haven't been pulled. Which is going to add more... Which is going to add more of a devastating blow. So let's see what Potato Lord goes for here. This is typically the time that, okay, his Overlord saw these links. You should know it's an early pool. And Potato Lord should not be making any more drones until he's confident that this force is not going to kill him. This is interesting. Zekrim trying to snipe the Overlord. He made himself 2 more drones. He's made a few more drones here. So he is thinking about the possibility that he wasn't going to just kill him there. I like it. I think it's definitely a bit of mind games being thrown Potato's way by Zekrim. Potato might have also thought, well, we all got judged there. I thought Zekrim was just going to hold Z. But Zekrim opting to not go for the kill switch. Potato Lord probably curious as to what exactly is going on here. drone isn't going to do too much. But these Lings do get into the main. They get a full scout, but I don't think they're going to do much more than that. Meanwhile, 2 free overlords passed on by our generous friend Zekarim off to Potato Lord. Blood sacrificed, some people say. Yeah, look at that. Got wrecked. Third base for Potato Lord down slightly ahead of Zekarim. And I think both players are starting to realize that, okay, we'll meet in the mid game. We'll meet in the mid game, no worries. Potato Lord got his Banes up, defensive Banes. I imagine he's limited to 2 of them here. He's gonna start spreading his creep to the third, which is almost complete. Right as I say that, Zekarim is sending a little kill squad specifically made to murder third bases. It could get into the mineral line, but that's kind of hard with these Banes here. Oh, and this is going to be pretty killer. Okay, if you have enough Banelings, it doesn't matter what stands in the way if there's no roaches. Okay. Potato Lord, he's going to be a little startled here. He does not have the numbers here. Huge connects on the Banes. 9 workers already killed. The army continues to flood into the main. These 3 Banelings looking for the juicy impact. They want to get as many drones as they can. Not the best connects there, but the damage is done. 13 workers killed. And, I mean, it looks like they're at even workers. But here's the thing. Potato technically had way more workers, right? Like when you look at the worker count, you're like, oh, they're still even. No, he was up 15 workers. Like, so Zekarim getting huge value out of that attack, technically pulling him back into even worker count. And he's gonna go for another hit, and the wall is not blocked yet. Let's see what happens here. The queen, oh my god, it just slips around the queen. The wall was not completely closed. And these Lings are just going to start to try to hit everything they can. A small hit squad being hold positioned here to try to get drones. And you can see the damage is not being done as efficiently as the first attack, but it is so annoying to continuously have to defend when you're trying to macro up, when you're trying to get your workers up. Zekarim playing well in terms of the aggression, the pressure, keeping Potato Lord honest, but Potato Lord has had enough. He's moving across the map. He's tired of this shit. Let's see what he can do. Okay. So he is going to eliminate the third base of Zekarim. StarCraft Simp, for the Trovo account, I'm casting this and streaming it onto Twitch and Trovo. I think the Trovo account is run by the organizers. I'm not sure what their donation setup is, but I can have somebody probably link it into the chat if they have something like that set up. So I'll reach out to an organizer after this match. But feel free to drop by twitch.tv/KingShivvy. That's my personal account where I normally stream. And drop me a like or follow there. I forget what they use. There's too many platforms these days. Zekarim with a little, like, what is this? This is a scouting roach squad. They just go out and oh, we see trouble. Time to go back home. Everybody return to base. The Lings are the ones, like, catching them. Yeah, he will lose this. Potato Lord looking quite strong right now. Quite strong indeed. Zekarim trying to get his upgrades done in time, but Potato Lord already with +1 and a higher army count. I think he can get some serious damage here and possibly close out the game, especially if he denies his third. Boom, baby. Potato Lord reaps his vengeance, gets his match point that he deserved maybe last game. I don't know. He didn't fight for it last game. But well done. Well done. All right, guys. Potato Lord. Nice, dude. Nice. We should ZVZ sometime so you could teach me the ways how to economic ZVZ. Because I just do the Scarlet build. Or if you want to practice cheese, I'm your guy. Alright, so we're going to hop into a break. We're going to hop into a break. I'm going to take 5 minutes because I got to, use the little men's room and whatnot. And then we're going to hop into the finals, which is going to be Captain versus Potato Lord. Captain, Potato Lord, I know you guys are watching along, so give me 5 minutes. We'll get back into it. StarCraft Simp, it's going to be the finals now. We were just doing the round of 4. I think the earlier brackets were done offline, so I don't have those replays. And to be honest, it'd be way too much to cast to do the round of 8 and stuff all by myself. So I'm going to take a $5, and you guys just hang out, listen to some tunes and stuff. If I find the DCMA's friendly playlist. Alright, there we are. We're back. Alright, folks, I'm back. It's King Shivy. I'm joined by actually a co-caster special guest, Vikram. Vikram,
Thank
say
you,
hi.
everybody. Thanks for having me, Shiv. It's always a pleasure.
Vikram, what's your favorite race?
I have to say that my favorite race is Protoss. Given the current standing of the game, though, it's so unfortunate how underpowered Protoss is
Oh, okay.
compared to its distant relatives, Zerg and Terran.
Perfect. Great intro. So, we're gonna hop right into game one because this might be a long series. It's a best of. I want to say 9. I think it's a best of.
Wow. Nice. So,
Um,
Shiv, you got any background on these two players? These guys got a history. What's the scoop?
Well, I just watched them play in round of 4. The last one was a ZVZ though. But Captain Club, I don't know. I have no history. I think I've seen Potato Lord play a couple times.
Okay. Are they off racing or main racing?
They're main. They're definitely
Okay.
playing main race. So it's gonna be a ZVT, and I'm gonna let you do the honors on the first intro there.
Sure.
All right, let's hop right in.
Alrighty. Let's start her off in the bottom right corner using the yellow Zerg pieces. The Potato Low.
In the top left-hand side, our purple Terran player. It is Captain Club. And
Nice.
we both are pretty shit at Terran, right? Like if you don't mind me saying. So
Oh no, I'm an awful Terran.
when we try to criticize what the Terran player is doing, we can just go by numbers and facts. You know, like if he loses 30 workers, we're like, yeah, that was probably bad. But the Zerg, I think we can kind of speak more on. I know you've been trying to pick up Zerg recently.
Yeah, I've been trying a little bit. Not the greatest, but Shivy's like what, a Diamond 2, Diamond 1 Zerg? I know you've been getting up there, so.
Yeah, I tell girls I'm Diamond 1 Zerg, but I'm
Yeah,
Diamond
yeah.
2, but I'm a Diamond 2 Zerg.
Nice, okay.
So far, you tell me what you see about this the Zerg player at least.
I mean, what is this? A 17? Yeah, this is 17 hatch, gas, and pool. So seems pretty standard to me against the Terran.
Yeah, I think I agree wholeheartedly with that one. Nothing weird from Potato Lord.
No, and I was kind of interested. Like in the last game, they were playing same races,
Correct. Yep.
and like what was there? Did they have any tendencies they kind of lean towards?
Yeah, Potato Lord just did not cheese.
Just did.
Yeah. So
I did see he closed it out with a Roach Ravager, though, right?
he definitely closed it out in that last match. But yeah, he was more of an honorable Zerg player. I typically in a ZVZ matchup, you will see both players, you know, try a variation of some sort of cheese. But Potato Lord just honorable. I think even game 4, he just sat out. He just tapped out. He gave his opponent a point. So I don't know. He's too honorable. He's too honorable.
Now, Shivy,
bro.
what do you think about here the Terran building the CC on the low ground? I mean, it doesn't look like the Zerg intended on cheesing, kind of like what you said.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are going to be a couple lings coming out just in time for this Reaper.
Yeah, and that's pretty standard, or the Reaper can actually do some serious damage.
Yeah.
But the Terran player, let me give you some history about his match that you might have not caught. He is a very sharp build timing, kind of everything precise to the T Terran
So he's
player.
like a timing kind of player.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing with this low ground expansion. He knows that he can defend it long enough, and he knows that he has the Reaper here to scout if anything weird is coming out. But for the most part, look how annoying he's being.
Oh, player pause. Okay, I wonder what happened there.
Might have
May have
been
been a
some-
lag issue.
Might have been
Yeah.
some lag, but Mark, just look at how long he's delaying this third from being put down.
Yeah, and actually, I just wanted to say that. I mean, like, looking at this board right now, it looks like Terran's in a really good spot here. I mean, he's got his factory down. He's got a CC. He's matching bases with the Zerg, which is impressive.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's all down to Captain Club's opening and his timing being so precise, knowing exactly what he needs to do with his units. Typically,
And-
a Zerg player would get Ling speed by now, but Potato Lord is slightly behind on that, so the Lings couldn't zone out that Reaper in time.
Yeah. And I mean, I'd like to point out that the Reaper and the SCV both got out, and the Reaper actually picked up 2 Zergling kills. Not the end of the world, but
It's a moral
the fact that he's
blow.
alive. Yeah, the fact that the Reaper is alive, I think, is pretty big.
Yeah, and that Reaper for sure is going to go out to do some more shenanigans, whether it be
Yeah.
scouting or just harassment.
This little squad of race cars, his vroom vrooms.
Yeah, and I've seen this opening. Maru's done this opening a couple times, and it requires a lot of micro because you could just A move these 3 units and lose them all, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
it's
100%.
very easy to do that.
100%.
Here he comes in. Let's see the dance.
Oh, and he's got. Oh wow, the Zerglings are actually.
Great grenade, saves all
Yeah.
3 units with that. So you can see Captain Club's micro is quite, let's see, adept.
I mean, it was looking. I mean, I thought the Zerglings were gonna get out. I mean, they almost got the surround there, eh?
Almost.
And the Reaper kind of bailed everyone out there.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that might have just been due to the fact that he was looking up a ramp. So by the time the Reapers or the Hellions
Yeah,
saw the
the-
Lings, it was a late.
They
first
almost,
attack.
yeah. It was a good, I mean, good positioning on the Lings, I think, and this is even great positioning on the Lings here. How he knows this is like, you know what I mean? This is beyond
The game sense is strong in Potato Lord, and I think that's absolutely the right move. You do not want to just give units to these three cholos here. Look at this little hit squad. Imagine that taking out your entire game.
Well, at the same time, though, you really got to appreciate Captain Club here, because, like, again, in this matchup, so much onus comes to the Terran to make something happen. And I mean, again, he's idle now on the other side of the map, but he is on the other side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something. It may not be like game changing or game breaking, but he is on the other side of the map and he has a bit of a presence here.
No,
and the Zerg can feel it, right?
That's a good thing to point out too, because it's the pressure. It's like if you knew there was a war prism from Protoss near your base, you have to stay back. You have to stay home to defend.
And Shiv, I want to point out, we just saw 2 medevacs get loaded up with. Oh, that's a lot of Marines, Shivy.
Yeah, and you can see that the combat shield is on the way. Stim is already done. This is going to be a very strong force.
This is gonna be devastating, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna stim in rather than the drop. Maybe he'll just pick up this base right here.
I think that's all he has his eyes set on here, and he will get it. The Stim Marine DPS is just way too much here for
it's
that.
Up there. Doesn't lose a single Marine, which is gotta feel bad about that. But.
Yeah, Potato Lord kind of slacking in terms of having any other high tier units out, which is kind of limiting him to just running these speedlings around.
Okay, so at this state, I mean, Terran's looking really good here in this state. What do you think Zerg needs to do to put himself a little bit ahead?
Well, I think he's in a state of panic right now in terms of a variety of things. He needs to get, even in bases, he needs to get damage done, and then he also needs to have an answer for these medevacs. And if he doesn't do all those perfectly, he's going to fall behind in this game more than he already is.
Widowmine. Oh, the Widowmine drop gets shut down, Shivy, on the south side of the map to what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 queens. See, this is what I'm missing in my Zerg gameplay.
And he even goes for a little attack at the Terran's third.
Yeah, I like the counter attack. He realizes he needs to get a little bit of damage done.
Yeah.
Ooh. May have been a little overzealous, though. Loses a ton of Zerglings there.
Yeah, let's see what he can get done in the main. He's already killed 6 workers.
8, 9,
Oh my
10,
god.
11, 12.
Okay, this is the kind of damage he needed to even it out, because Captain's been on his ass all game. So Potato coming out with a win finally. Let's see what he can get done behind this.
10 worker difference, though, to a 25 army supply difference, Shiv. Do you think that Terran is going to miss those 10 workers? Oh my god, Terran's already built them back up.
I don't think Terran's gonna miss the 10 workers, but I think Terran's a little angry. I think he's a little mad.
I would be too. Nobody likes losing workers to Zergling run-bys.
The Bane speed is done and the Lings are out, but you need to have such good micro and spread to dodge these Widow Mines. I don't know if he can A move to save this base. I think his 4th is going down again, Mark.
Yeah.
And they say, it's an ancient proverb, when a Zerg loses his 4th for the 3rd time, he dies. So we're at.
So
this is the second.
Right?
Yeah, this is the second. Okay?
Oh no, he's gonna lose his other 4th.
We'll pretend it's his 5th.
So that doesn't count. Okay, fine.
Yeah, he wasn't emotionally attached to that one, but
You know what? He's still sitting good. Like he's got a big bank, and I'm wondering if maybe he was slow to tech.
I think just the intensity of these attacks and the frequency is keeping him busy in terms of being able to defend everywhere. Like there's an attack from the north, killing queens.
Yeah, which is painful. There's a lot of. I mean, the captain is definitely doing a good job at splitting Potato's attention. And honestly, you got to give credit to Potato though, because he is not a potato.
No, he is not a potato.
He's definitely not a potato. Like,
no, he's a potato lord. He's the king of starch.
Ah.
Alright? So
yes.
So
I like that. You see the trickling in of the Zerglings to try and trigger the mine?
Yes, that's what he needs to do, but it takes so much APM.
It's so much micro. Oh no!
Oh, okay. Saves a group of them.
All the micro though was pretty much to waste after that.
This is one of the most difficult positions for Zerg.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he has Hydras with range, so he can outrange these Widow Mines as long as he doesn't move too close. But again, Mark, Captain's doing such a good job to split the APM, to split Potato's attention that he can't use his money. He can't use it.
No.
He doesn't have the larvae, he doesn't have the bases. He's just being reduced.
He's hella supply blocked right now. He's got 5 Obus on the way.
Yeah, and those can't fight, so it's not good news.
No.
And Captain, like, he's just securing this no man's land here. Like, it's not even worth expanding there at this point, but he's keeping the attention here, and I think Potato might be tunnel vision into clearing this out.
Yeah, I think you have something there, like Potato. I don't think Potato needs to technically clear it out, but he needs to bolster his defenses on this side of the map for sure.
Oh, and this is just salt in the wound.
Running over.
Salt in the wound. The armory is up, so these are cloaked as far as until that. I thought the Overseer was gonna die.
Good thing they're tanky as hell.
Yeah, don't worry. +2 Widow Mine attack will kill one shot on Overseer.
All right, so Shiv, what do you want to see from the Zerg right now? Oh, we got lurkers. This is a good move, I think.
So the scary part is over because he could have lost the game, right? And you can see he's already starting to stabilize and take a lead.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lead, if he gets the bases up and running, then yeah, he's got a lead. But at this point, it's... I mean, I don't know if you can say that he's taken I mean, I don't know. You think he's got a lead at this point? The workers are even. I mean, he's a little bit ahead in army, but...
I feel like as long as he can secure the bases now, at least he can do that much. We saw him bank so much money that this explosion of tech is the result.
Yes,
where he's finally using it, which could have been done before, but it's hard to win all those attacks come, right?
I'm always very hesitant to build lurkers against Terran, but I think this is the perfect time to do it, to be honest. They don't have...
There's no tanks.
Tank
is there
count
a tank?
Is basically unexistent.
There's
one tank, I think.
Yeah, there's
one tank, basically unexistent.
Oh my god, Terran just gave three medevacs for free, and a fight breaks out in the north.
Yeah, and the south. Looks like the Banes and Lings clean up the fight in the north pretty easily, and it looks like Terran's running out of steam here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 0 minerals, and I mean, he's taking a 4th, which is good. But he's got his 5th up. He just needs to land it somewhere.
Yeah, he's at that point where he can't stretch the Zerg thin anymore. There's static defense from the lurkers. There's Banelings everywhere. Hydras are taking out medevacs by the dozen. How many medevacs have died here? 12. Okay, 5. Maybe not by the dozen. Maybe half dozen soon. Okay,
So,
Zerg.
Shippy, what'd you like to see from Terran at this point?
What would I like to see from Terran? To be honest, he needs to go Sky Terran, but it's hard to
Yeah.
transition out of this if you haven't gone into mech.
Yeah.
So it
He
might
doesn't
be
have, he's got how many starports?
Yeah.
One starport.
based off of the tech he's gone for. Widow Mines, Ghosts, Liberators.
Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely agree with the Liberators. I don't know. I think Ghost could be optional based off of this comp. Like, what are you trying to snipe here? I guess you're trying to snipe the Lurkers?
Yeah, they snipe the Lurkers instantly, and then they EMP the Vipers that are out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even consider the Vipers. Where are they? I don't even see them.
There's a couple flying around, but he's done well to start getting his tank count up. But oh my
I mean,
god,
it looks like Captain's calling it. And you know
Yeah.
what? That's reasonable. He lost a lot of workers there, and he was kind of... I mean, he was going for a timing again, right? And
Yes.
it looked like he was very close with that timing.
Yeah, we talked about how his timing is very particular, and
Yeah, it was
kind of
hard. It was
revolves around it.
You know what? Do you think that if instead of going for the fourth, if he went straight for a drop behind the natural, do you think he could have got more damage done there? Because think the Zerg only had Lings to defend at that point, right? So
I think when Terran had taken out that fourth, so he took the first fourth, but then he took the second fourth. When he took the second fourth, he overstayed and he lost too much. He lost far too much there. So let's jump into game number 2 then.
Alrighty. Except that was a good game though. Those guys are both very talented. I wonder.
Yeah, that was hard.
You know what?
I would have died
Yeah.
hard to that Terran. I would have been super dead.
You know what? I'd like to see that Terran execute a little bit of a later time, maybe even a more of a later game strategy or a late game timing. And I'd like to see how he would execute that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this build, obviously. I just would like to see a little bit later. But again, bottom right corner. Using the yellow pieces. The OPest race in the game. Potato.
In the top left-hand side on Submarine, we have Captain Club. Trying to dominate Potato last game, but not coming up to par.
No, Potato literally just barely hanging on too. Like it was a close game.
I think both players were super sweaty in the mid game there, and then it started to look a little one-sided. Potato standard econ opener. I mean, it's so risky to try to do some kind of cheese to Terran off the bat. Maybe a 2-base cheese is more viable, but yeah, usually just econ in the beginning.
So yeah, it looks like they're both pretty much starting the same way.
Yeah, I Captain Club sticks to his guns, so he's gonna do the same thing. The SCV is gonna harass the third, Reaper's gonna come join him, and he's gonna put his natural down directly before the factory. I have always seen him do this. Even in the last series, he did it this way. And that was against a Protoss, I think.
I mean, I think this is powerful. Again, there's just vulnerabilities to cheese. But I mean, these guys have played a couple of games. I think they kind of, we're kind of settling into their play styles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and they may be accustomed to cheese, so they know what triggers their response, or they'll see it in time.
That's fair. I mean, Captain did get a decent skill. Like, he saw all of his buildings at the time, so there's nothing really more no more information you can really gather there. The Reaper's getting some more good info here.
Yep. And I don't know if it's a mistake, but Potato Lord's first Overlord went directly into the main.
If he loses it, then we'll know.
Then we'll know, right? yeah. If he loses it, it was a mistake. If it lives, Genius.
That
Genius.
was the biggest brain strat. I mean, like,
Nah, there's two Marines
why-
on the way.
yeah, that's why. I mean, from what this Overlord is seeing, he knows that so far it's the exact same opening as last game. At least it is, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. And he should remember
I
very
actually-
fondly this Reaper fucking his third.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets it this time out of pure angst.
I mean, let's see here. He's traded what, one Zergling for the Reaper?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a drone died. The drone did.
Yeah. Oh, the drone died as well?
Yeah, and his Overlord that randomly went into.
Honestly,
the lane.
not the worst, I don't think. But I mean,
Would have been a nice without the.
yeah, it's
supply
shitty
block.
losing the Reaper. But oh, did he get supply blocked? I missed that. Fuck.
Like Potato did. Potato did.
Yeah.
From that loner
From the
loner lord.
Yeah.
He just, can I be friends with you guys? Marines come out. Brrrr. Potato
So he's
Lord.
going,
Yeah, you see these.
looks like he's executing the exact same strat again, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what kind of spin he's gonna put on it this time.
Well, I imagine Captain is going to be the one to switch it up if Potato is going, you know.
Oh, sorry, I was saying, well, Captain looks like he's doing, it looks like he's I mean, okay, there's 2 more Hellions this time, right? So this is slightly, oh, he's going for okay, yeah, this is a different build.
I'm waiting to see if an armory is going down somewhere.
Well, he's building 6 Hellions this time, which should, like, yeah, if Potato thinks he was doing the same thing as last game, then they should be able to get some damage.
Mm-hmm. And Potato, you can see his 4th is already on the way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like super greedy, but it is almost unnecessary because you can't saturate your 3rd yet. So
Nice, getting a free creep tumor.
that's so annoying. But Captain Club has been known to poke at every bruised spot on the Zerg body. So
I
let's
really,
see.
honestly, what I want to see these 6 Hellions run right into the main.
I
Honestly,
think they're gonna. Okay, they do back out, taking a few free pot shots.
like this is a lot of Hellions, and I want to see some damage done here, Shiv.
I think the window is gone. I mean, the Bane Nest is up. A few Banelings will do.
Uh-oh.
More than
Okay, is this an
enough.
armory? Is this the penguin push kind of?
Is
No,
it-
it's no armory.
I don't see
no
an
armory.
armory. It's late. I don't know if Captain made a mistake. He just threw it down. Like as he tried to turn
Yeah.
into Hellbats, he was like, "Wait, what?"
Uh-oh, and here comes the counterattack with Lings. Oh, the wall's up. Oh, but it's not actually. There is a depot down, I wonder.
Will he see it, or will these Lings be super effective? Okay,
Oh, no.
no reaction yet.
This
Boys.
is like the most
Easy
annoying...
way to win.
Yeah, it's the most annoying thing to play against Zerg. You literally leave your wall down, for
Hey,
instance.
man.
Or if you're Protoss, you get the Zealot in an awkward position, and then the Zerglings just fucking squeeze on by.
Yeah, it's
And it's
one
a
of
time-
those.
Like 16 workers. Jesus. He didn't deserve that. Like, Captain didn't deserve that.
It's one of those skills you pick up, like always closing the door or always blocking the wall through severe punishment. It's like you've been
Alright, so Shiv.
PTSD into it.
How effective do you think? Oh, no!
I mean, the
Baneling!
Banelings should wreck it. His spread was decent. He pulled a few of the boys back, picked a couple
Yeah.
up. Really good play so far. Lings are not
Yeah,
good
he
against
lost-
this.
No, they're gonna get absolutely vaporized here.
More Banes coming in, so they will start to take these guys out.
Yeah. And it's just how, yeah. I mean, how do you out attrition a Zerg? And you just can't, basically, like.
Yeah, without. I mean, the Ling run by for sure was the reason he insta GG'd there,
Yeah.
or it wouldn't have been that. But
Well, he had to, it was that push, and then that was it, right? Like,
yeah. So well played. 1 second, my dog is barking at the door. Let's hop into game 3 though.
alright. Oh shit, we need to ban some bots.
All right, you ready?
Shit, we need to ban some bots.
Oh no, there's bots on my channel. Ban. 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 They've been banned. Okay, you ready? Game 3?
Yep.
Oh boy, wait, what's the score? 2-0 for our friend Potato Lord.
No, that would have been game 3. Potato Lord watched the one that I wasn't casting. He won the last one, and then he won the one after that.
No, that was a ZVZ.
Oh, it wasn't against Captain Club. Okay.
No. Okay, alright. Oops.
A little latency or something?
No, I keep hitting the wrong hotkey. My bad, guys. Don't worry. We haven't even switched
right.
scenes yet. Go ahead.
In the bottom right, rockin' purple, named after probably the greatest sandwich, Captain Club.
And in the top left-hand side, we have our Potato Lord. I don't know what else I could say that'd be funnier than Potato Lord. He is up currently 2 in the best of 7. Sorry if I misspoke before. I might have said best of 9.
Oh my god!
It definitely is not.
All right, so
Yeah,
this to me
something's
looks
up.
like
Something's up, eh?
this to me looks like it's gonna be almost the M canning 4 racks.
Is this not your favorite current
This
Terran
is my
build?
favorite Terran build. I
Okay,
swear to
so
God.
walk us through this. What do you do?
Well, you build 4 Raxus outside their base, and then you build Marines. See, it's a little bit different the way that I learned it. Is you're supposed to bring 3 SAVs, the way that I learned it, and then the first SCV that finishes builds another barracks, and the second SCV that finishes builds a supply depot. But I mean, this should be just as effective. He'll have enough minerals to do it. I don't see an issue with this.
I think that might be more of a tweaked variation for certain.
Yeah.
It's for a certain like advantage, maybe whether it be quicker, more time, or more
I think
money.
I think you have a little bit more money. I think that's the plus. But I mean, I don't see an issue with this. He's gonna have enough to build 3 Reens from the 3 Raxes that are finishing. You should put down a supply depot.
I'm so happy we get to see some sort of cheese. I always like to see how people react
Oh, he
under
did put
duress.
down. Okay, he put down the supply depot at home. Okay.
Yeah, looks like second.
Oh, is this
supplies at
Overlord
home.
gonna scout it?
I'm gonna go to
It
his
scouts
player
the,
cam.
It scouts the 2 racks.
Yeah, he knows. He must see this in his peripheral.
Oh, he's just looking at it right now. He just looked at it right now. Okay, so
he's
we're gonna
holding-
see the reaction.
Yeah, he's
Got a
holding
spine
Z.
on the spine on the high ground.
Oh, and the bunker's not yet on the way, so this is slightly delayed already. Just Lings and workers fighting here against Marines and workers. He needs to absolutely stop that bunker from being finished. Like, everything needs to be fighting right now. I understand he's trying not to lose anything. This is good. This is actually a really good hold so far.
Yeah.
He killed the SCV making the bunker, and this is over.
Oh no, yeah. I was just too bad. He scouted it. At the, like pretty much the exact time. If he scouted it any later than that, I don't know if we would have went the same way.
I agree. All right, guys. Well, this is quite a shocking turn of events, because in game 1, Captain looked like he could hold his own, and we're seeing Potato just be the economic defensive powerhouse that Zerg is known to be. You ready for game 4, Vikram?
Of course.
All right, let's hop right in. In the bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to cut off Vikram and introduce our yellow Zerg player. is the Potato Lord.
And in the top left, weighing in at 130 pounds. Actually, it's kind of light. All right, I'll give him 150 then. 150 pounds, Captain Sandwich.
Captain Sandy.
All right, so Shiv, what now?
Well, I imagine Captain Club is... I feel like he used all his builds. That's the way that last build seemed like. It seemed
I
like...
mean, these guys... So these guys are both the similar rank, right? Like, what? They're both masters, you said?
I think they're either Masters or High Diamond. In this division. There's a pro division which is all like GM players. But this is the open tournament which anybody could join. But there is a cap, or a minimum.
So what I want to see this game, I'm just putting it out there, I want to see a bit of mech. You know, we haven't seen that in this series yet. Seen lots of bio. We saw a bit of a penguin push. But I'd like to see maybe a couple cyclones. I don't know, is that still meta? A couple cyclones, maybe a couple hellions.
Yeah, it's still done. But there's like, I don't know, there's like a group of Terran players which just never have gone down the tech tree of mech. And if Captain is one of those players and he decides to go mech, it will look sloppy. So I don't think he's gonna go for that. I think he's just gonna
stick to his guns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying that bio can't win. It's just that a bio player has to put in a lot of work to beat a Zerg, especially at this level, right?
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's why you see Captain trying to go for those mid-game kill.
Yeah,
timings.
Kill kind of plays. Yeah, like 2 medvacs full of Marines. Like that's a lot of Marines and 2 medvacs. I don't know. I mean, I'd be like, it looks like it's very similar opening again, pretty much the exact same from Captain. Any notes?
Yeah, which I don't mind at all. I think his opening is excellent, but the
I think it's a good
follow-up,
opening as well. Yeah.
typically you do this, you delay the Zerg's third. Wow, my mouth is just cotton ball right now. You delay the Zerg's third, and then you do some serious economic damage. He's missing the second part of that puzzle. He's been trying to get it, but it has not worked out for him.
I don't like this.
The Reaper derped a little bit. He's took a couple hits.
Oh, he's out though, so that's okay. He got a bit of information there. What did he see? Did he see the 2 gases? Because that I feel like is important, especially if... No, he didn't see the 2 gases.
No, he did not.
But shit, what could that mean? This is a Gerd. This is a Zerg taking a lot of gases right now, isn't he?
Yeah, and I'd like to point out that's because he put his Roach Warren down at 230. Very early Roach Warren, meant for defensive purposes, but it could also be just like walk 5 roaches to the other side.
Across the map?
See what happens. See what you get done.
Yeah.
Which could be very effective if there's no tanks or there's no Banshees or Libs or anything like that. So Lings get in for free. There's no Hellions here. This is free. This is definitely worth.
Yeah, a bit of damage.
Yeah. Like to go in for a scout and then pleasantly kill 4 workers.
Yeah.
Almost gets that last one. 5 health on this SCV. He's wondering why he's bleeding. He's just trying to build a supply depot.
Yeah. Hellions and the Reaper come back.
So you can see there's 3 roaches on the way being made already.
Oh my god, and the roach is walking across the map as we speak. Shiv Anch.
Yeah, he's got let me check. 2 Ravagers, he needs 3. 3 is the magic number that can snipe tanks, Liberators.
I'm not sure Terran can hold this right now. I don't think this is I don't think he can hold this without... What do you think he needs to hold this? Like, I don't think
you need
Marines.
You need
what about
tanks.
a couple Marauders wouldn't hurt, no?
Marauders would have helped, but
at this point, it just is too late.
Yeah, he's gonna instantly be supply blocked until he loses enough workers to build more army. Watch, once that next supply depot goes down.
Ooh, this is really bad. And I gotta...
You can already see without the medevacs, they're late, but without the medevacs, it's no chance for the bio army.
And it's upsetting because I feel like this could have been prevented if the Terran scouted the second gas at the main.
I think so, and I'm not too sure why Captain put down 2 factories without a proper defense for this, right? You just died to cheese. And it's not outright cheese, but this is a very early Roach rush.
Roach, yeah.
Yeah. Like, this ain't a
just like
16 pool, but it might as well be.
And I mean, a couple, so, again, in your opinion, you think a couple tanks would have helped this, eh?
They would have definitely helped.
I mean, the Ravagers would have just burst biled them down, right? I think...
They typically tend to burst bile them down, but in that time you make a cyclone. Like, if you know the attack is coming, you make a cyclone. You get tanks, you have a medevac, maybe a lib. This is all reaction army units you're making, right? It's not like you had a plan to build the lib. Oh, Z-Will is saying I can't join the Discord party. It's full. We'll message him after this game.
Okay. More roaches on the way, and I just think, you know, Zerg players, they have like such an interesting relationship with roaches because every Zerg player loves to build roaches, but then every Zerg player also loves to complain about roaches and how they're so quote unquote supply inefficient, or you know what I mean, like.
Well, they just look so strong when there's no tanks. Like,
And
imagine
they really do. They really look so strong.
Imagine there were 2 tanks, one on the high ground, one like near the command center. It would have been very difficult to get your Ravagers close enough just to pop 2 tanks out, right? You would have needed to,
and
you would have lost a lot.
Ravagers can't pop on the high ground, without vision, right? I didn't think they could bile without vision. So that actually may have been a big deciding factor there, eh, Shiv?
Yeah, that's right, Mark.
Sorry, I had to let my dog out.
I was just saying Ravagers can't bile without vision, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
so maybe a tank on the high ground would have been huge.
That's the thing, right? Like, if it's on high ground, you need an OV there, and if the OV got spotted, which it did, like all the overlords are dead, you would have held without all this mess. Like, look at Terran, how desperate he has to work to try to do something here.
Yeah.
But he will literally never make back the 30 drone or 30 workers he's behind now.
It's true, and I mean, as we approach a bit of a lull, I can't help but think that this is not looking good for the Terran at all.
No, I believe this is his last push here.
I mean, I don't even see him taking this third. Oh,
yeah,
to be honest.
And Zerg's not playing greedy at all. Hasn't even put down a fourth.
Yeah. I mean, he realized the massive amounts of damage he's done, and
I believe he's aware. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just filling out his tech tree is what it looks like. Got a spire. What is that, Baneling Nest going down? Nice. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's all he needs.
Yeah,
right, to clean this up.
This army is the army. There's no follow-up army to this.
I mean, you gotta like that tank position there.
Yeah, this map is really good for that. It has a couple good spots you can place tanks, but Captain never got a chance. Captain never got a chance.
No, unfortunately. You know, it's so unfortunate with the Reaper Scout because he had the right idea. Like, he went with the Reaper, and he almost got a full, like, he would have seen the Roach Warren and the second gas, and that's it, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that last little exchange there, but the ramp positioning of that tank was actually keeping the Marines from saving it from the Mutilas.
No way.
The Mutas just came and cleaned up. But I mean, it was long done before that.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah, both you guys did fabulously.
Really well played.
Yeah.
I think
way out of my league for sure.
I think the beauty of these tournaments and putting yourself on a spot like that is now Potato, he may have some things to learn from those replays, but Captain Club has a whole world to explore with these replays and decipher where he could have killed Potato, because there were points where we were kind of rooting for Captain to just finish the Zerg off, I think.
In spite of that,
the
I think that they
game.
both played very well. Yeah, I think Captain had some very good timings the first 2 games, and you know what? Taking 2 L's like that back to back, it's not fun, right? Like you're gonna kind of take a step back, and
for sure.
it may affect your next game, right?
Oh,
like
for
where
sure.
he did the proxy 4-racks, and it was almost like like I don't know if the execution was there or not, but it was
V-Cramp, like we never sit down and play 5 games in a row, you know?
No, exactly.
So
it's a lot.
It's a lot. The morale hits are devastating, and the momentum swings are crazy. You never know which way it can go, but obviously, as you go into higher ranks and people are more technically adept, you see some gaps in skill, but I think that was fairly overall equally matched. Build orders could be looked at there. Some decision making could be looked at there, but both players very well done. And Potato Lord wins the Division 2 Open League tournament. So congratulations to him. I'm sure you'll be getting a message from Benefit or Sniper from Alpha X, and they will provide you with whatever you won. I'm not too sure what it was. All right, V-Cramp, thank you for casting.
Hey, you know what? Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure. Live long and prosperous, chat, and a fun time bingo.
Yeah, I've got more tournaments that I'll be casting this week. There's another division that I have to do before the weekend, so I'll try to get that done. Maybe I'll grab you again, get you in here for that one. But otherwise, guys, I'm sure the admins for Destiny Star League will link in the Trovo chat the Discord, the website, the tournament, where you can find it. Thanks for tuning in again, and congrats to Potato Lord and all the other contestants. Congrats for fighting it out on the big screen, getting a little cast shine, and we'll see you, I'm sure, in the next one.